Microsoft has a very interesting interpretation of the metaverse. From what all of us on the media side really interpret, is gaming. And you marry the two, Microsoft's vision with the Activision deal, and Vision and Activision, and then you marry that with the burgeoning Indian gaming space. Is that a marriage that's waiting to happen, Mr. Maheshwari?
So as Piyush was speaking, and he spoke about the digital native or the mobile native people who are going to now sort of drive a lot of the work going forward. I went back in history and I said, when India was at 50, I was overjoyed because I got this device in my hand that I thought unlocked everything in the world for me, which was the mobile phone. It's the first mobile phone I ever got at that point in time, and it completely changed my paradigm of what work was. But I had never, through all my prior life, all my education, I never had that kind of a thing in my hand. So for me, I'm not mobile native. I became very used to the mobile over the last 25 years. Today, if you look at a generation today, they are AI native, artificial intelligence native. For them, it's very normal to expect that there will be a recommendation that will be given to you on what you should do or what options you have, and there is no fear of the unknown in any form that this generation has. And this generation is also gaming in the metaverses that exist today. So if you really look at the metaverses that exist at scale today, they are in the gaming worlds, and many a time you'll in fact have a very different conversation with the parent as to they're in that metaverse, they're not in the real world. So you got to manage that too. Now that generation, as they grow and they come to environments that we all were working through over the last couple of years, they will become very much native metaverse. And therefore, where you're going to see the maximum infusion first of a 2D metaverse, two-dimensional, and then three-dimensional metaverse is in platforms like Teams, wherein a lot of us are working today. And then you're able to think about this whole concept of hybrid work. And to simplify hybrid work, at times we think of hybrid only as presence. Are you present physically or virtually? And that's the only hybrid that we work with. But ask somebody in the tech industry, in the services domain, they work 24/7. So there is also a hybrid of time, asynchronous or synchronous. Now you combine the time dimension with the physical dimension, that's where metaverse really plays. You can have your avatar play asynchronously, and you can play virtually in the real world. So a lot of elements coming together, and that's what's going to define the future of work.
For a lot